Alright, so it's kind of windy out here. I don't really know if you guys will be able to hear me. Haven't done a video in quite a while. You guys actually haven't seen this truck yet. The old fucking diesel 6.9 IDI, bud. But anyway, so I'm changing the calipers and the pads. And I would do the rotors too, but it's, fairly smooth wear pattern. I don't know really how well you can see that, but there's not really any cracks or anything in it. So I didn't really feel like taking the whole hub apart to change that today. So we're just going to do the calipers because the other one, it's over there somewhere. Thing was cracked all the shit, leaking like a motherfucker. So if you do one, you might as well do both. But anyway, how you do this, in all the videos I've seen, and a couple of these trucks I've done, which I don't really remember what years they were, but right up here, there was a pin. You kind of pound it out on the other side, and then if you want to reuse it, you can just, clamp it down and then get like a punch or a hammer or something and just kind of slide it back in. This is the only Ford, only, brick nose, bull nose Ford I've ever worked on that didn't have that pin up there. But it had, okay, hold on. That right there is a pin that holds caliper, it starts here and ends up there. And then right down there is your bottom bracket. This is your top bracket, and it just kind of wedges it in there, which, pretty easy compared to some of the other shit that I've had to deal with. Hold on a second. Looking for the other pin that was, I dropped it by brake fluid. Okay. So this thing sits up in there like that. Well, not like that, it's way pounded in there. But so, easiest way I found to do this, and I've tried a couple different ways because it was being kind of a bitch on the other side. I'm still in the stages of taking it apart. I'm waiting for my parts to come in. But what I did was, I'm not going to show you around the back, but anyway, go around the back. You really won't even need a punch at first. Then tap that fucker out of there. Well, not really all the way out, but just enough to where you can get on it with some vice grips or something. Lock onto there, snap the end off because it's kind of curved. Where did I put that fucking thing again? I want to show you guys. Fuck that piece of shit. Anyway, you break the tip off so it's not catching right here. Pound it all the way through with a punch. Well, it's hard to get some punches all the way through. Once you get it most of the way out, grab the same vice grips you broke the thing off with, and you can pull it the rest of the way out. That's what I did. This actual thing right here, the main pin, that's kind of a bitch. You gotta beat the shit out of that fucking thing. So what I did was sprayed it with a shit ton of WD-40, put a little brake fluid on it, kind of pounded it back and forth a couple times without a punch, right there until it gets flat. That's about when you're gonna start needing a punch. But the problem is that, my problem is that I keep smashing my fucking fingers when I try to use the punch, and I get pissed off. So if you're like me and you don't want to use a punch to punch it all the way through, which is not working very fucking well at all, if you're buying all new parts, falling over on my stool. If you're buying all new parts except for the brackets, come on, focus, iPhone, piece of shit. Right there, kind of looks the same around the back with that flat spot there and that other flat spot. So what I did, because it's really hard to use a punch back here, I discovered that if you just kind of beat the living shit out of the bottom of this thing about right there and kind of smack that with like the bottom part of your hammer, it actually moves pretty well. If you try and do it pushing it back, not at all. You're just smacking the crap out of your caliper and your brackets. So once you get this thing kind of sliding back and forth a bit and get your other pin out, just smack the shit out of that and it'll start sliding forward. So that is about all I gotta say on that matter. I'm about finishing up here taking the shit off, and I hadn't done a video in a while, and I just thought that'd be kind of interesting to some of you, considering most of the videos on YouTube have the upper pin up here and this truck does not. And maybe you guys have something that's like this, and you're kind of confused on some of the other videos. By the way, just so everybody knows exactly what it is, it's an 84 F250 with a 6.9 IDI, and this is a Dana 44 TTB front axle. So just, I don't know, hopefully that information helps somebody. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one.